It's all a question of memory. For the three works actually, how I can share this idea of imprint today and memory. So the imprint into material, into the whiteness of the wall, imprint by a direct contact of a tree, and imprint on, by the image of the 16 millimeter.
Lionel, tu as une tache blanche, tu sais.
We all think that rubber has been produced in Southeast Asia since ever, but actually it was brought from Brazil, and so came French occupation with rubber plantation and exploitation. And so Vietnam has been occupied, and then first tracks in Vietnam history appeared in those plantations. Actually, the sculpture that I present in the show will refer directly to one plantation, one French plantation named Phu Riêng Màu Đỏ, which means in Vietnam Phu Riêng the red for the color of the earth, of course, but also for the revolt that appears there. I mean, it was the most violent plantation in terms of privation of liberty for the coolies, for the worker, and the most violent. And so, at the same time, in the day, the coolies were extracting rubber. During night, they were writing their own thought concerning the occupation, but also concerning their role into this context of domination. And then the idea of being independent and nationalist at this time appears, and then the war arrived and so on. The title of the film is Overly Forced Gester, From Harvest to Fight, but in French we have this almost anagram, which is de récolte à révolte. The first part of the film focused on workers in those plantations, and the image focused on the gestures of the worker. And so the same gesture in the second part are petrified into sculpture. And so we could see some hands that open some mold from where appear as a hands. And so we could read through the movement on the fixed hand a kind of a sign language where we could recognize those actions, so to harvest, to collect, and to fight. And so in the field of art, it's a kind of emancipation appears through sculpture. I was looking for a kind of ink or any pigment that could make a stain. It stained the surface, the wall here, but also it stained our memory in a way. It's when the US Army during Vietnamese War threw until 6 different dioxins at the same time during their operation. And when I knew from this story that they call those kind of operation rainbow herbicides, it appears to me an image immediately in my mind of some colors that stain the nature. And so I thought maybe for this work I could work on the same power impact of a color could appear to us as a stain, and how it could also stain our memory, as an idea could also stain us. I put rubber on the white wall, and then the meeting of the two materials, the rubber, the white wall, match. I mean, something happened, and when the skin has been removed, we could see how it has penetrated the wall and how it could reveal the backstage of the wall, so the whole archaeology of the wall. So it's also a question of time. And so what was also important for me is that idea of the pureness of a whiteness, of the white wall, that could not remain anymore white or virgin or untouched in a way. So that was something quite strong for me in this idea of staying something white, as to stain a phantasma of a purity.